15 years, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement among the City of Huntsville, Alabama General Electric Company, and Advanced Silicon Carbide Fibers, LLC.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Russell, second by Dr. Showers. Discussion, administration.
Good evening, council members. We bring before you another development agreement for an industrial development project. The project, through the 2-year process of recruiting this project, was known as Project Badge. I think the community now is more familiar knowing it as GE Aviation. Project Badge was a competitive economic development project by GE Aviation that evaluated several locations throughout the United States for the production of ceramic matrix composite materials for the commercial aerospace industry. GE Aviation, of course, is a provider of jet engines, components, integrated systems for commercial and military aircraft, and will produce silicon carbide materials for ceramic matrix composite components. I know that's a mouthful, and I'll kind of show you those products momentarily. This type production facility will be the first of its kind in the United States of America. The technology with GE's cooperation was developed in Japan. This will be their first factory to mass produce this material to make many components in the commercial airline industry. As I just mentioned, it's new technology. It's shaping the future of producing lighter and stronger components for the airline industry. The sky's the limit. They're mainly using their new next-gen engines and rotary fan blades, but in talking with them since the announcement, it seems like every year they're finding more and more components that they can make components in and make it lighter, more efficient. It will change the way we fly in the future.
Absolutely.
The project investment, GE will construct 2 manufacturing facilities on a single 100-acre campus. The project investment will be constructed in a 2-phase approach due to the manufacturing conditions of making the product. Phase 1 will be the fiber facility. To the right, you see the finished product of the fiber rolls. Kind of think of it as a twine, but a very high-tech twine. That capital investment will be $136 million and 200 jobs. As that plant comes online, the same campus, the construction will continue seamlessly into a phase 2, which they call the composite tape facility. And that's where they take this composite ceramic matrix twine and form it into almost like a Kevlar-like material. That will produce another $57 million minimum capital investment, another 98 jobs on the same campus. Like most of our economic development projects, we had a partnership. This partnership for GE Aviation included City of Huntsville, Madison County, Limestone County, and our local industrial development board. The incentive that our local partnership is providing is the site and utilities to the site. The breakdown of that site is $3.5 million for a 100-acre site. Our industrial development board will be providing $1.5 million for that. Should you approve this development agreement tonight, we would provide $1 million. Madison County will provide $500,000, and Limestone County the same. Limestone County's $500,000 will be divided between a portion of the land purchase and then getting the necessary utilities to the site. So what is our return on investment? We always want to bring that to you, council, to know, what is your return on your investment. So the GE Aviation campus will lie within our newly created TIF 6 district. That's very important to us as far as you recently passed that district with a pretty significant capital plan in it. The property tax generated from the $200 million capital investment will greatly advance those projects. The project will produce a little over $22.4 million of new property taxes over a 20-year period within that TIF district. The development agreement also requires GE Aviation to create a minimum of 298 full-time employment positions, and those positions must carry through the life of the development agreement a minimum hourly wage of $23.55 minimum. GE Aviation will also have a minimum annual payroll per the development agreement of $14.6 million annually. I wanted to just point out the location. If you look in the southwest corner of this map, you'll see the green location. That's within the TIF 6 district that you recently created, and the GE Aviation site lies within that district. Of course, Polaris is in that district. The TVA mega site, I'll remind you, we remained outside the district. So our protection on investment, should you approve this development agreement. I think all development agreements we bring you, we protect the taxpayers' money. The project development agreement has provisions within to protect that local partnership investment, just not ours, but Limestone County, the Industrial Development Board, and Madison County. Should GE Aviation fall short in the minimum employment levels of 298 full-time jobs, there's a condition in the development agreement where we get a portion of a percentage of that investment back based on those jobs. So for instance, just quick math, easy math, say it's 300 jobs, it's 2 jobs short of 300 jobs, and they produce 100 jobs. We get 2/3 of our investment back. So it's proportional to the jobs versus the investment formula. It's what we did with Polaris, it's what we've done with Boeing, it's what we've did with Remington, and it's kind of our formula we use and kind of demand industries we bring in to abide by that as far as the protection of our citizens. Also, should the wage rates fall below $23.55, the same applies. It's proportional what that would be below of getting our public investment back. And also the capital investment. Should they fall short of the capital investment, there's a penalty to pay to get some of our investment back also. I will also add that this has a 10-year reverter. Should the plant close or relocate within the first 10 years, we get 100% of our money back. There is no pro rata. They can leave 9 years, 11 months, 29 days. It's 100%. So we think we're very well protected in taxpayers' money. As I mentioned, these provisions, or clawbacks as we like to call them, are very similar to what we brought before you, the council before on other development agreements. The project locations is a little more zoomed in view. It's at exit 3. If you'll see the Chase Farm Boulevard extension, we received a grant for that road extension. Should you approve the development agreement, we will move forward with using that grant through the industrial access funds through the state of Alabama. It was $2.3 million. So we will have no cost in that road extension, which also provides both north and south of Chase Farm Boulevard, just west of the GE site, more industrial sites there. So we're getting some infrastructure benefits and the jobs with it. This is a rendering that GE provided that shows the proposed manufacturing facility. You'll have some engineering and research and development kind of in the center quad, the glass atrium area that you see there. And then to the left and right, you'll have 500,000 square feet of manufacturing space. And I'll answer any questions you may have, council members.
Council members, any questions?
Mr. President, I guess one question. Shane, I know you're talking about the 298 jobs, and I was kind of doing the math. I think we're talking about roughly about $46,000, $47,000 minimum per job, which
$48,000 without benefits. With benefits,
yeah, I understand
they're right at $60,000 with benefits.
Do we know, are these going to be new people who are going to be coming in the city of Huntsville, or are these going to be jobs that are going to be available to current citizens? I'm assuming there's not anybody out there that's currently doing these jobs.
There's not. GE will bring in a few people. They've said probably about 10%, so you're looking at 20 to 25 GE folks to come set the factory up, some HR people to kind of train, but the majority of them are new jobs available to our community.
Good. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Mr. Davis, I just want to say that when the governor made the announcement that Mayor Battle and I were down in Montgomery, and I had an opportunity to grab the new part that they're going to make and compare it to metal of the same size, and it was just amazing at the difference in the weight. And this particular material is about 10 times stronger than steel, but yet it weighs much, much less. So I engaged in some further discussion with some of the owners there, and I'm hoping one day that they're going to take this technology and actually put it into automobiles. So maybe we'll see that coming down the pike at some time in the future.
I can tell you in 2014, GE Aviation had a $160 million backlog in parts to be made out of composite ceramic materials. So it's a very viable business model for those guys, and we think they'll do very well for a very long time here. And it's kind of in our wheelhouse of what we do here in Huntsville.
Absolutely. Any further discussion? Thank you, Mr. Davis, for that update. Ready for the question? All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It carries. 15